We are live 364 days a year. What are we doing here?
If Dom turns at SummerSlam, I'm shaving my moustache off. I told you, if that happens, it's going. My lip is cold because of a stupid bet that I made with YouTube.
Oh, good.
Wrestle's better than Daniel Bryan. Bryan Daniels. Better than Okada.
How do you not get after Monday Night Raw?
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Shad Talks Graps, and I am back with another installment of Wrestling Republic off the air. Sorry, y'all, I have been gone for a couple weeks. I have been fighting being sick from the weather change and just being busy with life. But I'm back. It's homecoming, so it's only fitting that I come back on a homecoming episode. We got a jam-packed show, man. They brought out the big guns tonight back for Full Sail, and I can't do this by myself, man. We got a two-man show, and you know I gotta have my right-hand man, the man you must believe in, Big Driz. What's going on, bro?
Good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in, the boy Dryzzy, a.k.a. Plug Funny, the wrestling plug. You don't know what to watch. I got you. Everybody else is gone, but I'm here every week. Call me Iron Man. Great show. I feel like we just missing a little bitty bit, but you know what? People are big time now. We can't get tribal chiefs on every show. We can't get visionaries on every show. We can't get the man or well, I guess AJ Lee doesn't count all the way. AJ Lee counts. She was in some form of NXT, but
Yeah, she was
you can't get the big leagues like it. You can't get the Sashas and stuff, but you still got a good amount. I think it was a really good show.
Nah, for sure. They did a good job. They did give us a lot of faces that we are, you know, we are fans of NXT from the past. It was a good blend between Black and Gold and the 2.0, in my opinion. And yeah, we had a fun episode, man. And I want to go in and let's talk about the first match that happened, because this was a dream match for me in some ways. My girl Tatum Paxley, Izzy Dame, the Cullen tag team title match for the women's tag team titles. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, our world champions. And this was a very solid match, man. I thought these women showed out in full display against each other. I'm gonna pass it off to you first, Driz, and then I'll talk, and then we can talk about it as a collective. What are your thoughts on the match between these two teams?
Very good, very solid match. Izzy has come so far. We always talk about how good Tatum's character work is and how good her she is in ring, but I really think we need to start also putting Izzy in that same conversation because she's come a long way from the breakout tournament. She's not just another tall blonde. She's actually adding depth to it. She wrestles like a big athletic '90s Kevin Nash. Like she understands that she's got these long legs. She understands she's got this power, and she has also a very disturbing charm. Like it's a good charm. It's like you feel a little creepy with her. Like she could lead you into a dark alley somewhere, and I think that works so much for what this team does. And then you add the going up against Charlotte and Alexa, which it's really good to see them in NXT. It's been a while since we've seen Alexa in NXT and Charlotte, who was just there maybe I love 5 years ago. It's it's nostalgia. One of the bigger stars to show up, and one of the things that you probably did need to have happen if you were having a homecoming show. But a very good, solid match. No complaints whatsoever from here.
No doubt. And I like obviously I did like the beginning of the show too, where you had the all three general managers. They teased the war games, and then Charlotte and Alexa talking about, the women are the backbone of NXT. And that's something that we've kind of, been on display.
True. That is
That's something
true.
for sure. That's something we've been talking about on a regular basis. And you know what I gotta say, man. It's Tatum Tuesday. It is Tatum Tuesday, and you got to see a dream face-off, in my opinion, tonight. Tatum Paxley, Alexa Bliss, two magnificent characters, two women that bring a stuffed animal or doll with them at all times. Two women that just they push the needle when it comes to being a superstar. And I'm on the record of saying it, man. And I know a lot of people might disagree with me. You saw Alexa Bliss out there, and we love Alexa Bliss, especially with more so her charisma, her charm, but she's got the spooky character part of it down, right? She played the whole aspect with the Fiend. You're looking at a souped up version right in front of her. If that if we're talking about it in sports aspects, if Alexa Bliss is Tom Brady, then Taylor Paxton's Patrick Mahomes. Same accolades, but you see it's a little different this time. It's athletically way more gifted. It's a lot more, powerful. It's a lot more fast. Tatum Paxley to me shined like she always shines. She shows that she is one of them ones and she should be next level. I do agree with you a lot. I think Izzy Dame really had a coming out party tonight too. I think her just facing off against Charlotte Flair in general, like it looks great. And they did great, man. And I'm starting to really enjoy these two women as a pairing. The culling is great. And I hope to see them get some tag titles at some point, bro.
They should, but Izzy had to step out. We don't talk about it a lot, but there is a huge influx of tall blonde women, and it's almost like they cloned Charlotte Flair and like, oh, we're gonna make this one, we're gonna make a spooky one, we're
Yeah.
gonna make a surfer one, we're gonna make a monster one, and like
So-
at this point, they all have to step out in their own shadows.
To your
Soul
point,
has definitely
though.
done that, and Izzy is doing it now. So
Now, to your point, also, I like what you said. Like, she's got the you mentioned Kevin Nash. Like, it's kind of like the
Raquel,
Raquel Rodriguez. I am so sorry.
Mm.
It is like Raquel Rodriguez. Like, she comes from that cloth where it's like she's a powerhouse, but she's athletic as hell too. Like, she's quick on her feet. She's able to do some stuff off the top rope, but she's powerful as hell. Like, she's gonna slam the hell out of you. She got the choke slams, the power bombs, the whole 9 yard with it. So to me, it's like one of those like situations where it's like, yeah, there's something with her. She's definitely got the potential as well. And I'm curious to see these two women grow as a team. I do want to read a couple comments before we get to the next topic. Fernando Zayas in the building. Buenos noches, Wrestling Republic crew. Hola, amigo. How are you doing, man? Good to see you as usual. We got the homie DCX Warlord saying Charlotte showed up after she won at the Rumble. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss is the best jab in the arm for her, bro. Like, she really brought new life into Charlotte Flair. And like we always say, we got Charlotte Flair. I know she's still technically a champion, but like we got her away from the world title picture doing something a little different. And I think that's kind of been enjoyable to see as a fan.
and I think she gets to be Charlotte, but doesn't have to be the evil queen all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I really think I think after a while you get tired of having to be this big monster heel every time you come out there, and just seeing her be her. I feel like this version of her is 10 times closer to what she really is in real life. Because I've always heard that she's like the sweetest person behind the scenes, and I feel like this probably is so close to that she's happy to do it. It's a version of her we don't really get to see.
Yeah, and then Fernando Zayas agrees. He says Alexa's been a miracle worker for Charlotte. So, yeah, I mean, you pair her with someone who's as over as Alexa as a babyface, and it meshes good, man. It's another successful makeshift tag team. But let's continue tag team wrestling conversations because we had Black and Gold versus 2.0 tonight. We got DIY versus Trick and Mello, and I was saying it, man. This is like an argument for like the men's Mount Rushmore. Like, you can make a case for these four dudes to be on the Mount Rushmore off of accolades, impact, and all of that for their time in NXT. And it was a really, really well wrestled match. It's hard to find a match with those four guys that are not well wrestled, but they came out and delivered, man. And Trick and Melo get the win. A little help from the Miz. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I said last week that this match is probably gonna be one of the best matches ever. And when you sit there and look at all the history of it, that's more so what it really is. You need this is if you were to sit there and like capture what the essence of NXT's men division is, these two stories are two of the most pivotal ones in that story. In fact, it's gonna be a grappling for positions uh topic one of these weeks of the greatest storylines in NXT history. Ciampa and Gargano have such a storied history in NXT that you can't even. It kind of laid the groundwork for what Trick and Mello went through, and they both went and did callbacks to both things that happened in those feuds. You saw Trick and Mello kind of have a little friction. Melo's like, it's you're my boy. They dap him up, and the moment that Melo turns around, you see Trick flip that switch, like I'm gonna take your head off. Just to call back to when Melo did it to him, and then you go look at Ciampa and Gargano. There's so many callbacks from the Ciampa being the world's greatest sports entertainer, sitting on the they sit on the table and do the pat on the back, like things like that are they reward you for watching NXT for that long. You have so many callbacks. These are two of the biggest backstabs in history, and to see Mello and still put Mello and Trick their current storylines aside, if it was good to see them together. It was really good to see them together. I could have did without the Miz, but Mello and Miz are in a thing on their on the main roster, so you're gonna get that. And it I mean, it kind of I feel like will lead to something on the main roster. This might even be how we get Trick on the main roster. You're like, I know I made friends with your buddy, and now we're gonna bring him up, and now we are gonna be a trio. Now I don't know if
I,
that's gonna
I
work,
I
but
I think it's a good opportunity to get Trick onto the main roster for sure to kind of fight off the Miz and let them two become a team and let them be baby faces for sure. Um, yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, it makes sense just because I think this is going to lead to a DIY versus Mello and Miz tag match. They're putting a lot of stake into Mello and Miz as a squad. Um, I don't know if I've vocally said it. I don't really get it. I don't think it's like funny. I mean, it makes they have good like timing with each other. Miz is a vet for that reason, but like it ain't like anything crazy, but it is what it is. I mean, I guess they did what they needed to do to
it
progress that,
it,
but
it, it does the job. It did the job.
yeah, DIY ain't really like doing anything too crazy right now, so they can take L's. It makes sense, but I want to segue to what's important on this show today because you know what I think I'm even going to go a little bit off topic, off of rotation because speaking of Trick, we got to talk about the Grayson Waller effect, but more so we got to talk about what we think is about to happen. Obviously, the Grayson Waller effect happened. Grayson Waller does what the hell he does. Y'all know what it is. The big thing that we got out of that is we got a TNA versus NXT World Championship match next week. Obafemi versus Trick Williams. What they showed progressively throughout the entire show was tweets from TNA wrestlers not happy about that. And me and Driz were talking about it. This feels like some invasion angle type stuff. This feels like we are gonna get TNA versus NXT at some like by next week, obviously. Like, there's no way that Obafemi or Trick are gonna be double champs. You know, we're gonna get Oba versus Ricky Saints. We gotta get Trick versus Mike Santana. But like the idea of a like I won't say a civil war because they're not signed within the same thing, but a brand versus brand. Me personally, and I've been on record criticizing NXT. I think this is the biggest and smartest move that they could do, bro. Because this brings a huge level of excitement to the product because it is a beautiful storyline. I loved it when we had the invasion angle somewhat within the WCW and the WWE when you know all of that went on. But it can be something that can really bring that life and juice into that men's division because TNA got a stronger men's roster, and this is an opportunity for us to get some dream matches, bro. It's
Yeah,
Leon Slater versus Javon Evans, maybe, right? Like
yeah.
you can get these matches that matter, and then we can get them on both shows. Like I'm excited for it. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
As it is a shot in the arm for NXT, it's an even bigger shot in the arm for TNA. TNA has slowly retooled after losing Jordan Grace and potentially will be losing Joe Hendry, but there's so much talent that have history with NXT. Ash by Elegance, Mara Sade when she if she pops up, like just the Nimitz, like there's so much that could happen in this, and just from the tweets that Matt Hardy, Mike Santana, and Mustafa Ali have both all three said, there's a united front there. Where in NXT, it's a bit of a fractured front. Like, yeah, we're NXT, but I don't like that guy more than we're NXT. TNA potentially could come in and fracture NXT, do something that the main roster couldn't do, and that is fracture NXT. This is a great thing to happen for the talent of TNA, and they have a chance. They have nothing to lose. They have a chance to make a name for themselves and possibly just put themselves back on the map in wrestling in North America.
I I agree 100% on that. I mean, I think it's something that brings a lot of, like you mentioned, it is a lot of intrigue onto their product. Obviously, we've seen a lot go on with like this whole partnership with WWE and TNA, and it can bring some more life to it. And I'm hoping that like to what you said, man, like let's make this become something big time. Let's if we're gonna do it, well, let's freaking do it, man. Let's put on the matches that we want to see. Let's let these big dogs on TNA, these legends, get an opportunity to mix it up. And hell, man, we had homecoming tonight. Why not call up some of these OGs from NXT and let them do it, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, let Finn come out there. Let um Damian Priest come out there. Like guys who aren't even doing a whole lot on the main roster. Let them be frontline soldiers for NXT and hold the brand down. DIY, like there is an abundance of like amazing product that you can create for both shows, and it'll really become a driving force if you do it right, man. So
Mhm.
I'm praying it happens, bro. I'm hoping Homecoming is the start of something really, really fun. So
I need it. I need to just see like Mustafa Ali come out in the middle of Oba and Trick and just like ha, and then they just leave everybody laying. You see bodies in the back laying down, laying on the ground. You see the women's roster just destroyed. This would be a good shit. This would be a good time to bring back those like Jessica from what did I for the
yeah,
Deaf Dolls.
yeah,
Get the Deaf Dolls back together. I don't know
Nick
if
Cage.
Talia can come out or anything like that. You get the inspiration coming out there. You'll sit there and get the Hardys back out there. Steve Macklin back in NXT. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
you need some of that stuff.
Yeah, man. Like we could literally create like that's I know they did what they did Worlds Collide last week, but like even bro, what if they even invaded with like AAA too? Like made
They
it
could.
a triple like a brand versus brand type of thing. NXT, AAA, and TNA joint like that kind of go crazy too.
Hmm.
Obviously, let's talk about the next match, man. We had a North American Championship match. We had Tyler Breeze versus Ethan Page, and I gotta say it, bro. Tyler Breeze, man, he is too talented not to be on weekly wrestling shows, bro. Like he needs to be signed to the WWE, and they need to put him on NXT because Tyler Breeze went out there and had a absolute classic TV match with Ethan Page. Man, these guys was really wrestling their asses off, and I love this match so much, man. It it is a breath of fresh air to see Tyler Breeze come out there and do what he does. But all ego, man. He stays victorious, man. He wins. This was awesome to see, man. And I think Ego is one of these guys, man. I always say it, like, him getting an opportunity to come to the WWE and really like recreate himself and hit like he's been hitting, it's been a pleasure, man. Like, you always knew the potential was there in AEW, but he is probably like easily um the best AEW jump talent to WWE, where you see a lot more success in his career. Would you disagree or would you agree with that?
I would disagree a little bit because we still live in a world where Cody Rhodes was that.
That's true. That's true,
But
Cody. You're right. You're
but
right. You're
but
right. You're right. You're
Easton
right.
but Easton definitely could be is definitely number two. I don't think there's too many others who can sit there and replicate that this same year. Because I officially think he's been with NXT a year now. It's
Yeah,
been
he
a
has
year,
been.
and at least 10 of those months of the year he's had some type of belt.
That's
So
true, man. He has been champ. I mean,
I think
also, man,
he might even rival Kevin Owens for the best year.
that's crazy to think. You might be right. I mean, also, what's your thoughts on Mr. Breeze, man?
Tyler Breeze don't have bad matches. Y'all forget back in the black and gold when you wanted 5-star matches, you putting Tyler Breeze in it. You want that? You want a fatal 4-way 5-star match? Get Tyler Breeze. You want to see you want to put a legend in the ring with him? Go get Jushin Thunder Liger for his farewell match. Put him in the ring with Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze is I don't know what it is, but it's like dope wrestling is like breathing to him. He doesn't have problems in the ring like that. He's always had good matches. I'm yet to see him even on the main roster. He wasn't having stinker matches. He wasn't having bad matches. I don't know what it is, but he just understands that everything clicks. It's like when he is on, you're guaranteed for it looks like it's an easy night. Like you don't have no problems. You know you're gonna be awesome. It's gonna be dope. My man's put out the selfie stick. My man's put out the selfie stick. He's the original selfie wrestler, not Austin Theory. Him. And now y'all and we missing the mark. Y'all need to put Tyler with Pretty Deadly. Please let me get that. I need my models. I just need like a bunch of models together. In fact, go get Rico too. Like I just want a stable full of models.
Rico. Yo,
Like
that'd be
hell,
crazy, bruh.
we can even throw in Maxine Dupree too. Like she was a model as well.
I
From the
know,
maximum
man.
male models. You know what? Let's do this the right way.
Yeah, Mason Mansour. They on Ring of Honor. They would have been crazy with it too.
Yeah,
I like that idea though. Breeze with Pretty Deadly would kind of go crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That would be a fun partnership for sure.
it would. I need that. I need that ASAP. But yeah, Breeze does not have bad matches. He's excellent in the ring.
Nah, he doesn't, bro. He don't miss it all, man. I think people forget. Also, like, it's one of like we were talking about, like, man, it's just the fact that like we know he's got that bag. It's just the fact that he's not on a weekly promotion. He does independent stuff too, but it's like, man, he's
I
so
think
talented. I'd bring
and,
him back if I was
and
them.
that's what makes it so dope though. I think he don't want to. I just think like he just
He's just
casually like, you know what,
doing
I
it for
feel
the
like
fun.
wrestling. And then just sad he won't come in. You know what? Let's go. And then have a fire ass match. You probably gonna go sit home and play PlayStation and make millions off of that. And be like, ah yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Oh man, let's get a couple comments in, man. We got the homie DC Warlord saying, let's not forget Carmelo Hayes was Adam Cole's last match on NXT televised, not a premium live event. Yeah, I mean Carmelo Hayes was kind of the unsung like next guy after that black and gold. Like they kind of anointed him, to be real with you. And obviously he was a little bit before Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is a true 2.0 baby. But Melo was he was definitely at the end of black and gold, and then he was a lot into the 2.0 era. And people like, I mean, hey man, people compare him to Shawn Michaels. They say he had the charisma, he had the in-ring ability, like a HBK in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Carmelo Hayes is just a bona fide star, man. Like I'm glad that they're finally like doing stuff with him. It's only a matter of time till he kind of is running stuff a little bit better.
Just a
I
little
always
bit
said he
more.
reminded me like a little bit of a better in ring version of like MVP.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
a whole lot better. He yes and no. He stands out properly. He stands out properly. Or MVP with more of the brawler aspect of it. He stands out properly, and he doesn't. He makes sure you remember that he's the heel in this situation.
yeah,
Like,
nah,
and,
no
that's
doubt.
very important because his move set is very easy to cheer for.
If Fernando Zayas says Melo has been fumbled, I won't say fumbled completely
I
because I think he's doing his job. I think we just gotta wait for the opportunity to him to get what he deserves more so, you know?
I
Yeah,
won't
yeah, he's
call it.
way better for sure.
I won't call it a fumble until he's not in WWE anymore, and I don't think that's happening. I just
Yeah, nah.
I don't think everybody's expecting for people like that to come up and instantly be Kevin Owens when they get here, or like Balor instantly in the main events and stuff. And that ain't everybody's tea. That ain't everybody's spot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta come from the bottom. Sammy came from the bottom. Seth came from the bottom. Like Seth came from tag team wrestling, from trio wrestling, pretty much. But like you gotta sometimes you gotta build them. You gotta let them build up.
For sure. We got a couple other ones I want to see. DC Warlord said Trick and Obo will end in a DQ to the illest and realest, aka the standard of TNA, Mr. Mike Santana, and the absolute Ricky Starks. Sorry, Ricky Saints. Showing I read Saints and I said Starks by just also muscle memory shit. Showing up and brawls with other opponents. So he's booking a show already. DCX Warlord is a writer. He also said Tyler Breeze and Pretty Deadly equal the Kings of Cuteville equals the male version of the beautiful people from TNA. Okay, that's a interesting name. Pause, but I respect it.
I think
Cuteville is
that
kind of crazy.
I jig with that, but I think we already got what Mace with Mace and Mansoor are doing
Maswa.
on in Ring of Honor is the beautiful
MX
people 100.
Collective.
percent They got that. They got that for sure. At this
Yeah,
point, just let them be pretty. Yeah, I don't know. Really, pretty deadly, pretty dope ass name, and a
the
pretty
Pretty
and a
Deadly is
pretty
dope.
dope and a pretty dope ass theme song. Like,
Yeah,
"You're
they
so
got the
pretty."
ABBA theme song.
Like that. That is fire.
It's
Like,
like Dancing Queen.
I love
Um,
that. I love that
let's
shit.
let's talk about this main event because we had a star-studded team on the vet side. We had Stephanie Vaquet, Stephanie Vaquer. I care about Stephanie Vaquer. Fresh off of a win last night on Raw, going into WrestlePalooza versus Io Sky. It feels
Man,
weird because she ain't really been gone from NXT that long, but it is what it is.
she was
Another
literally just
woman.
there. She was literally just there a couple of months ago. Like, bruh.
Hey, another woman who's been just there not that long ago, Lyra Valkyria, right? Just
Lyra, Lyra's been gone. If you want to be technical about it, Lyra's probably been gone longer
yeah.
than Stephanie Valkyra's entire time in NXT.
But the third person obviously is an OG, one of
Yes.
the most like biggest success stories from NXT in general. Rhea Bloody Ripley, and they went against Fatal Influence. This was a fine match. I won't say it was nothing like super crazy, but it was solid. You know, it was a good opportunity for these Fatal
This
Influence girls to be able to kind of rub shoulders with the star power and the great in ring abilities that Lyra, Stephanie, and Rhea did. Rhea does get the pin on our champion JC Jane with the help of Lola Vice, kind of towards the end of it. And it was cool, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I think I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not one of these people that like to hate. I understand why this was the main event because, like they said, the ladies run this shit. I get
and
it.
these are the bigger names that showed
These are
up
the biggest
tonight.
names for sure. But it definitely was, in my opinion, one of the maybe the weakest match on the card tonight. And it wasn't a bad match by any means. I don't want to knock it
It
by
was
any
a house.
point.
It was a house show match.
It was a house
It
show
was
match for
something to
sure.
send everybody home happy with. Like I get it. Y'all gotta put y'all that sat there and had these good feel good moments. We've sat there and seen Finn. We've sat there and seen Bianca. We've seen Sammy. Like we've seen all these beautiful
I,
this that
I,
walk that nostalgia. You want to send everybody home.
so
You know
I,
what? We
I
gonna go
want to
ahead and
I
let
want
them
to
go.
so I want to do this real quick. Obviously, so we can agree the main event happened. Obviously, we're gonna get progression to Rhea, not Rhea, Lola, JC Jane. Cool. I think we can end it off that, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Homecoming for a second before we close out the show.
Mhm.
The returns.
Yes.
Do you feel we were sold wolf trap tickets a little bit? Because they made it seem like, oh, you getting Bianca, you getting Sammy, you getting Finn. Like, well, they didn't say Finn, but like a lot of it was backstage segments.
The majority of it was backstage segments. If you really look at who actually came home, we got DIY. You get
hmm
Tyler Breeze,
Tyler
which
Breeze.
probably is the biggest one out of all of them because
And then,
he's from
yeah,
OG NXT.
yeah.
He we had I guess we could put Rhea in that because Rhea actually came from UK. So she
And then you got, and yeah, you had Bliss and Flair too.
and Charlotte, I'll give you all right, Charlotte and Alexa too from OG. I don't know if you could really do too much more.
That's true.
That's kind of the issue because if we were doing Homecoming about 10 years ago, you wouldn't have this. We wouldn't have this issue. We'd be happy to see these people come back and everything. We're still in the whole, columns at the mania aspect of it. We've been
Yeah.
doing NXT so long, and it doesn't seem like it, but for real, it's been almost 20 something years. The names that you would expect to see are like super huge now. Roman
Yeah.
Reigns is a big deal. John Moxley, Dean Ambrose is not even in this company is a big deal somewhere else now.
Sure.
And a lot of those guys were like the Ricochets, Tay Mello, they're over in AEW, so you're not gonna be able to get them. Seth, big name, probably not gonna be able to get him as he's the world champion. Becky, another huge name, not gonna be able to get her. Like, uh,
The aspect of the four horsewomen does make it unfortunate, obviously, because one of them is in another company. And
mhm,
I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I'm not mad at it personally because I like Mercedes Monet more than Sasha Banks. That's
mhm,
just me. I like the work that she's been doing in AEW a lot in her career. Like maybe it's also I'm off of the high of what she's doing is just so relevant now. But I
mhm.
mean it is unfortunate. But I did like to your point also. Like I love that in the opening segment, like Alexa and Charlotte like saying the four horsewomen, Alexa saying Shayna Baszler, who we did also see tonight too, which was a
Yes.
big surprise. Um, Ember Moon, like they giving us a lot of people that are Carmella, like women who definitely put a lot of pain into this company in this product, and they aren't on the company no more. Like I do appreciate that they did all of that too.
It's
Um,
it's like a lot of the major names that you want to see either don't work for the company or just weren't thought of. Like we really should have got a Bailey tonight. We
yeah,
really should have got like a Nia Jax. We really should have gotten. Well, we did get DIY, but we should have got Candice LeRae. We should have gotten EO, and
well,
we should have gotten Oscar.
she's
We
backstage.
really should
Oscar
have
for
gotten
sure.
Oscar. How do you have the only woman to not be beaten? Well, I ain't gonna say she don't. All right, there's two women who have never been beaten for the NXT Women's title, and neither of them were on this show, and both capable of being on the show.
Yeah, you could have had you could Oscar should have definitely been on it at some point.
Yeah.
Like she could have had a little face off with somebody that's kind of popping on a
Mhm.
roster or something like that. Like you could have implemented her in ways. But I mean overall, man, I thought it was a solid show. I would say it was a good show. One the worst, one the best. But it was a fine show. Um and I mean I guess that's all we really got, right?
I mean, that's pretty much it. Because I mean, like they didn't really. I kind of wish that they would have gone a little bit further with some of the returns. or
Yeah,
at least have
they
like,
gave the. I'll say this: they gave the matches a lot of time because the show went by
oh,
quick
they
because of all
wrestled
the
black and
matches.
gold. They wrestled black and gold matches. They wrestled
Yeah,
black and gold matches. Definitely. I just kind of wish they would have did a little bit more. Like, let's take a visit down for real, for real. Let's go back down to where Big E beats Bo Dallas for the NXT title. Let's go to uh the revival and DIY and AOP attacking each other. Let's go to the first War Games. The announcement for that.
mhm.
Like they did the War Games thing, but like y'all could have
But there
really
was
went
no.
back with
They
that.
did it, but there was like nothing like obviously like
Like teach people why NXT
backing
is
it.
so important.
They should have just done an impromptu War Games match.
Did that, or at least did like a top 10 greatest moments in NXT history. Like
Yeah, man.
y'all didn't go down why Shayna Baszler is one of the most impressive women's champions of all time. They didn't talk about why DIY and the Revival probably one of the greatest tag rivalries in wrestling.
It's a fact. Now you're not wrong, man. They definitely got a lot. They did what they needed to do. They could have done more, but it's all good, man. Um, that is all the time that we got for today, man. We gonna end it off a little early because we did do a 2-man. We don't got
Mm,
Clark talking smack about Blake Monroe and
or Ricky
Ricky
Saints.
Saints and stuff. But we're gonna let y'all off on an early note tonight, man. Y'all go ahead, get your rest, and we will see you guys next week to see if an invasion happens. It'll be the big three next week. All right, the whole gang will be back. I am Shad Talks Grabs. This is Dryzzy, man. Y'all have a blessed night, man. Have a great day and rest of your day. And we'll see y'all. Peace.
Jeez.